you there yet?
We are live. Is anyone there? Hello. You can write a message in our chat if you are, so we know that you're live.
Okay. Make sure we set this up for you guys.
Should set it up in the back corner.
Mm-hmm.
Switch that around. Just move this stuff to the ground. That's better. Oh, Joe's there. Joe, you do not need your can of beans. We're just finishing up our setup here, guys. We're waiting for anyone else who's going to join. We're going to wait another maybe 3 minutes or so. If you are here already, the only thing you're going to need today is a chair and a bit of wall space. So please grab a chair and a bit of wall space if you don't have it already.
And we will be taking you through a warm-up. So sit tight. Oh, hey, Bo.
Bo is there. That's good. How's the screen? That's good. You can see everything on the ground too. Yeah, that's good. I think that'll do for a warm-up. Can everyone see and hear us all right? Is the video working all right? We are not live streaming pros. I think it's good.
And you'll get nice and close when we check in on who's arrived.
So where do we see that? Matt's there, Joe's there, Bo's there. Excellent, excellent.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, there's 9 people logged in on. I don't know. Jim is there. Brendan and I are signed in, but
Yay,
exhibiting
hi,
our
Jim and
technical ignorance. Don't worry, guys. We also have some technical ignorance. Can you hear us? Can you see us? If so, that should be enough.
We'll have to assume that you can.
Oh, we can chat.
9:02.
Jen is here. I'm assuming with Bob as well. Hello,
Hi,
Jen
Jen
and
and Bob.
We're gonna give you guys yes to both. Okay, so if you can hear and see us, you should be good.
2 more minutes.
We are gonna give everyone just maybe one more minute. I think we've got 10 people in here so far, so that's great. For those of you who did not hear when we first logged on, the only thing you're gonna need today is a chair and a little bit of wall space. So if you don't have a chair and a bit of wall space, please grab yourself a chair and build yourself a wall.
If you have Jim around, then you can do that.
Can help you build a wall.
All right, I think we're.
I think we should go for it. Shall we?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Well, hello everyone. Thank you for joining us on our live stream. I'm sorry we can't see you, but as long as you can see and hear us, you should be all right. Please feel free to add some messages during the chat in case there's anything you're having trouble with or you can't see exactly what we're doing, and we'll be sure to help you out. As I've said to everyone so far, but if you're just joining, you need a chair today, and you need some wall space today, and then everything's going to be body weight movements, so no need for dumbbells, no need for cans of beans.
Sorry, Joe.
Sorry, Joe. I know you like your cans of beans. So we are bringing you today's workout live from Hector's Fitness Emporium, which is the new name of our gym. We've named it after the new boss, Hector. And I think we'll get into it.
Yeah.
So today's workout, I'm going to first take you through a warm-up that you can just do alongside of me. Then we're going to have 3 trisets. So 4 trisets. 4 groups of 3 exercises at a time. We'll do our 3 exercises at a time. We'll do a few rounds of them, and then we'll move on to the next triset. And Teresa and I will kind of go through together, explaining those things to you as we get to the beginning of each tricep. As for the warm-up, though, please just follow along with me. So we are going to start with some belly breaths first, before we get down onto a knee. So I want everyone to assume a Superman pose. So this is wide feet, hands on your hips, poking into your belly. Big breath in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. These are stressful times for some of us, so we just want to get ourselves into a bit of a calmer state and get some good breathing patterns in through the nose, out through the mouth. Okay, we're going to get down on one knee, and Teresa and I are going to try not to bump each other. We are going to start with what we call squat prep. A lot of you know this. So you're on one knee, hands are on the front knee. And again, we're breathing through this big breath in here. Breathing out as you rock into this. Should be getting a little bit of extension through the back hip and flexion through the front knee, hip, and ankle. And then we're going to start opening up the groin and also working the upper body. So hands together, and you're pushing your knee open and reaching behind you. Good. After about 3 of those, we're just going to take the knee open a little bit more, go out to about 45 degrees. Same thing. Rock, press the knee open, reach back. Good. And then after about 3 of those, we're going right out to about 90 degrees. And same idea. Press the knee open, reach yourself back. Good. We're going to just switch that to the other side. And again, starting just by breathing, extending the back hip. Do a couple more of these ones. And then we are opening up. And we'll do this for 3. And then opening to 45 degrees for 3. And to about 90 degrees for 3.
A little short on space.
Good. Okay, so after a squat prep, we're going to go into a few more dynamic hip movements. So the next one is sort of a pigeon pose, but we are a bit more elongated in the upper back, so we're not reaching right over this one. And we're going to rock the hip down towards the side. Should get a good stretch through the glutes. And again, this one we are keeping the chest up. Spine neutral, and just rocking down to the side there. And we're going to do that for about 10 to 15 rocks. I'm not keeping track. I'm just going with what feels good here. And then we'll switch to the other side. So I'm folding that front knee, back leg staying straight, spine's neutral, and I'm just dropping my butt cheek towards the ground and rocking back up. And again, just going with what feels good. If it feels like you need this, do a few extra. Good. Okay, next what I'm gonna do is I'm on one knee, my other leg is out to the side. I'm up nice and tall. I'm gonna think first about sitting back to my heel. I have my arms out in front of me for some balance, and then I'm gonna squeeze my butt to lift and extend those hips. We should be feeling this in the adductors, maybe as deep as the groin. And then we're also just working on some hip extension here. And again, we'll go for about 10 of them. And then after about 10, we're just gonna switch and do that same thing on the other side.
Hopefully you have a mat that you're putting your knee on, because on bare floor, this is a little spicy.
It's good. Toughen up the knees for the workout. Why not? Good. And then the last hip movement before we get into some tougher work here is we're going to do a deep squat, or as deep as you can. So I'm going to sit right down to the bottom of the squat. If you can't sit all the way down here, just trying to reach your hands towards the ground is fine. And then we're going to go into hamstring lockout. So from here, I'm bringing my hips high and I'm trying to straighten my knees. And we should be getting a good stretch to the back of the hamstrings there as you lock out those knees.
Think like dancing to a really cool reggae beat.
But in slightly slower motion. And we're doing 10 of these about that as well. Okay. Hopefully everyone's feeling mobile now. And Teresa is going to take us through our first tricep. So this is where we're going to start working. So Teresa will take us through our 3 movements. She'll explain each of them, and then we'll actually do the workout together. Okay?
Okay, so movement number 1 is going to have 3 different levels. It is level 1 plank, or maximum tension plank, which many of you have done with us before. So bringing the forearms to the floor. I don't know if you can see me.
Yep, we can see.
And creating tension in the quads, the glutes, and through the forearms pushing down onto the floor. That's level 1. Level 2 of this first movement is going to be moving from plank to downward dog. So a little more intense on the shoulders. And don't worry about reps or timing. I'll explain that in a second. So you're going from a strong plank position, lifting the hips up, and driving the head through the hands.
Perfect.
Level number 3 is going to be the toughest and only for the crazies of you out there. It's a push-up to downward dog. So 1 push-up, move to downward dog. Back to plank, 1 push-up, move to downward dog. So the timing of this first movement of our tricep is going to be 30 seconds. So you'll either do level 1, 30-second maximum tension plank, level 2, 30 seconds of the plank to downward dog, or level 3, 30 seconds of push-up to downward dog. And you just do as many as you can in that 30 seconds.
Good.
Okay, so movement number 2 as part of our tricep here is a squat. So you can grab your chair. We're going to do a tempo 4 to 1. So you're going to lower yourself down to your chair in the first level of this movement for 4 seconds, and then lift up for 1. Level number 2, sans chair. 4, 3, 2, 1, and up for 1. Level 3, again, only if you're feeling a little crazy today. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we jump to come up. So that's movement number 2 as part of your tricep. Movement number 3 is going to be a ATWY or ATYW. So normally I would do this with my clients standing, and we bring our hands back, but we're gonna use our chair since we have it here anyway. You're gonna take your right
I'll demo
hand.
standing.
Yeah, Ryan's gonna do the demonstration standing if you prefer to do it that way. I like this way with the chair just because it gives you a little more stability and support with one arm.
Use the chair, but I'm just there for visual effects.
Right hand presses onto the seat of your chair. Left hand comes back as if you're forming an A with your body. Thumb turns back, not down. So we're thinking external rotation at the shoulder joint, and you're pressing both right hand down and left hand back for 3 seconds. 2, 1. And then I'm gonna bring my arm as if I was making a T with my body, and I'm gonna do the same thing. Press down with the right, lift back with the left for 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna change position on my left arm to a Y. Press down with the right, lift back with the left for 3, 2, 1. And then it's as if I'm making a W or a half W with my right arm here. Thumb goes back, press down with my right, and squeeze for 3, 2, and 1. Lighting up the back of the shoulder here, specifically your rear delt. Okay, so that's movement number 3. There's no levels to that, other than if you'd like or prefer to do it standing, but we're gonna do one side at a time as Ryan and I do it together, so might as well do it with your chair just for a little bit of difference today. Okay, so everybody ready? Just to review, first tricep.
Plank or plank variation.
Yep. Squat or squat variation. And ATYW. Are you ready?
I'm ready. You guys hopefully are ready. We are going to get into it. Teresa and I have a timer running for our 30 seconds. If you don't, we'll give you a little countdown as we get towards the end. Let's get going in 3, 2, 1, and go.
I'm going to be planking here. Ryan's going to do the crazy push up to down dog. Lots of tension if you're maximum tension planking. Squeeze the legs, squeeze the butt. We got 10 seconds to go here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming into your next movement, which is the squat.
So we are up for 10 squats, 4 seconds down, 1 second up, no matter what variation you're doing.
4, 3, 2, 1, up. 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 4, 3, 2, 1, up.
It's 5 more.
4, 3, 2, 1, lift. 4, 3, 2, 1, up. 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm glad you're counting right. 2,
This
1,
is 9.
up. Last one. 3, 2, 1, up.
Good. That's 10. And ATWYs. Teresa will use the chair. I'm going to just lean into the wall for these ones.
Pressing down with my right, lifting up and back with my left. For 3, 2, 1.
T's.
3, 2, 1. Y. 3, 2, 1. W. 3, 2, 1. We're going to do this 2 more rounds on this side before we switch sides. 3, 2, 1 in the A position. 3, 2, 1 in the T. 3, 2, 1 in the Y. And 3, 2, 1 in the W. One more round. A for 3, 2, 1. Belly's braced. T. 3, 2, 1. Y. 3, 2, 1. And W. 3, 2, 1. Switching sides.
Surprisingly difficult.
Left hand presses, right thumb turns back. Up and back for 3, 2, 1 in the A. Now T, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Now Y, 3, 2, 1. W, 3, 2, 1. Back to A. Left hand presses really strong. Tummy tight. Now T, 3, best letter of the alphabet. Y, 3, 2, 1, and W. Press up and back. 3, 2, 1. One more round. A for 3. Now T. Now Y. And now W. 3, 2, 1. Nice little burn in the shoulders.
Beautiful.
Okay.
That is one set. We're going to do 2 more like that. We're just taking about 30 seconds rest. We want everyone to quickly grab a sip of water. And if you have any comments or you're confused about anything, please let us know now during these little breaks. And then we'll get back into it. We're just taking about 10 more seconds.
Yeah, 10 seconds. I'm just checking if anybody new is in here. We got Lindsay, Matt, Alan, Jim, Jen,
There's
Bob.
9 people.
Woo.
Right now.
Okay, ready to go again. 30 seconds in the plank or plank variation. 3, 2, 1, and go. Lots of tension, shoulders down and away from your ears. Squeezing the legs, squeezing the butt. 10 seconds to go.
3, 2, 1, and good. Into our 10 squats, box squats, or jump squats.
4, 3, 2, 1, and up. That's 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Core is braced. 3, 2, 1. Butt squeeze, especially at the top. 3, 2, 1.
5 of them.
4, 3, 2, 1. That's 6. 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 7. 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 8. Shoulders up and back and down. And last one. 4, 3, 2, 1, and up.
Good.
Okay,
AT.
next up, ATYW. Starting right hand pressing, left hand out in the A position, thumb turns back, and press for 3, 2, 1. Reset, T. 3, 2, 1. Reset, Y. 3, 2, 1. And W. Really squeeze here. And reset back to A, round 2. 3, 2, 1. T. 3, 2, 1. Y. 3, 2, 1. W. 3, 2, 1. Last round on this arm. A for 3, 2, 1. And T. 3, 2, 1. Y. 3, 2, 1. W. 3, 2, 1. And switch sides. Left hand presses, right hand is out, thumb turns back. Up and back for 3, 2, 1 in your A. Now your T. 3, 2, 1. Now your Y. 3, 2, 1. And your W. 3, 2, 1. Back to the start with A. 3, 2, 1. T. 3, 2, 1. Y. 3, 2, 1. W. 3, 2, 1. And last one on this arm. 3, 2, 1 in your A. T for 3, 2, 1. Y. 3, 2, 1. And W. 3, 2, 1. Whew!
Beautiful. 2 sets down. Second water break. And we're going to do 1 more round of those.
Stay hydrated, everyone. Okay, we got about 10 seconds to go. Getting ready for your plank or plank variation. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
Technical difficulties and go.
Okay, so lots of squeeze. If you're planking, level 1 is still difficult. Squeeze the quads, the glutes, and press the entire forearm into the floor. If you're down dogging, shoulders away from your ears, long spine, spreading the fingertips. Last count and done. Into your squat. Down for 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2. Chest is up, belly's on. That's 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 6. Lots of butt squeeze at the top of the movement. 7. Even if you're jumping. 8. Drive your feet into the floor. 9, and last one. 10. Whew. Okay, ATYWs for our last set. Right hand places, left hand out and back. Thumb turns up and press back for 3, 2, 1, as you also press your right hand. Now T, 3, 2, 1. Now Y, 3, 2, 1. And W, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. A for 3, 2, 1. And T, 3, 2, 1. And Y. Why, you ask? To make stronger shoulders. And W, 3, 2, 1. Are we doing one more here? Yeah. Last round?
Yeah.
3, 2,
I think so.
1. And T. Jen, I need you here counting for me. Okay, Y. 3, 2, 1. And W. 3, 2, 1. And switch sides, please. Left hand presses down strong, right arm back. Up in your A position for 3, 2, 1. T. 3, 2, 1. Y. 3, 2, 1. W. 3, 2, 1. That's 1 done. 2 to go. A position. 3, 2, 1. T position. 3, 2, 1. Y position. 3, 2, 1. W position. 3, 2, 1. Last round. 3, 2, 1. T. 3, 2, 1. Y. 3, 2, 1. And W. 3, 2, 1. You made it.
Okay, so that is the end of our first try set. Hopefully everyone's feeling good so far. Our next try set, I'm gonna explain the 3 movements so you guys will have a quick second to catch your breath. On this one, you do not need a chair, but you do need some wall space. And I'm just gonna point this a little bit lower because some of this stuff is ground based. So first, what we're gonna do is a clam. So you're gonna be laying on your side, knees bent. You should have your heels about in line with your hips so they're not way behind you or way in front of you. And knees bent out forward. And we're gonna open as wide as you can without turning your hips back. We're really trying to squeeze tight into glutes. And this exercise, just like the others we're gonna do in this tricep, are all isometrics, which means we're just holding the position and really trying to focus on getting a strong squeeze. So I'm doing that for 10 seconds and then I'm flipping to the other side for 10 seconds. That's level 1. Level 2, if you wanna make it a little more difficult, is you'll actually pop more into a side plank position, keeping your bottom knee down, but your hips are up, and then opening. And this you're gonna feel a little bit more on both sides at the same time. And we're holding for 10 as well, and then 10 on the other side. So that's movement number 1. Movement number 2 is a dead bug isometric overhead press. So if you've been following along with our YouTube videos, you've seen us do this one, and I've done this with some of my clients before in person. So I'm gonna be close to the wall. My head's almost right at the wall. My hands are pushing into it. I'm gonna lift my knees. I'm at about 90 degrees at the hips and at the knees here. Big breath into my belly, press the low back into the ground, squeeze tight here, and I'm pushing into the wall as I extend one leg and keep the other one stable. And this, we're just gonna do nice and controlled for 10 total reps. That's actually level 2. Sorry, I got out of order. Level 1, same idea, but pushing your hands together at the top. So just squeezing together, and that'll work the chest. Level 2, a little bit more of an overhead press. Level 3, not level 3, exercise 3 is just going to be one standard level across the board, and that's going to be a wall sit. And if you do want to make this easier or harder, you just adjust it by adjusting your depth. But I would not go any lower than hips about in line with the knees or just a drop below the knees. And this one we're going to hold for 30 seconds. So we are going to get our timer running. Hopefully everyone's ready to go again for your next tri-set. It's going to be clams for 10 seconds each side, dead bugs for 10 reps, and then wall sit for 30 seconds. So if everyone is ready, we are starting with clams. And we'll pop up into it in 2, 1, and let's go. We're holding for 10 seconds, really trying to drive those knees open, but not letting the hips shift. And we want to feel a strong squeeze, just 2, 1, good. And then you can switch to the other side. And we're popping up in 3, 2, 1, and holding for 10. We want to make sure that elbow is strong under the shoulder. And feeling a really big squeeze here, and down, good. Next, we're into our dead bug, which again, you can either squeeze your hands together over your chest or press into the wall. Big breath into your belly, core is braced tight, and we're extending one leg, not letting the other one move, and taking a brief pause at the top, just to make sure we're still holding a good position. We're at 5, and we're going for 10. 9, and this is 10. Good. We're going to come up. We're going to find some wall space. Hopefully nobody's legs have fallen off from the squats previously, and we'll slide down in 2, 1, and holding for 30 seconds here. And we've got a timer going. I promise I'm not just counting to 50 and telling you it's only 30.
This is a gooder, guys. Breathe.
We're at 15 seconds. We're halfway through. If you find you're struggling with this one, by all means, inch yourself up a little bit, but do your best to hold for that full 30 seconds. We're almost there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. That tricep's a little bit quicker. We're just going to take a quick breather. Again, grab a quick sip of water. We're going to do 2 more sets of those ones. And hopefully everyone's feeling pretty good with that stuff so far. We're starting again in 10 seconds from our clamshell, so let's get ready on our sides.
Also, if you don't want to take the side plank version of this, but you want to make this a little bit more challenging, you can push your hand in opposition to your knee as you open up.
Good call. So let's start in 2, 1, and go. So these ones are just 10 seconds. Really squeezing the glutes hard. And down. We'll flip to the other side. We're in a straight line and popping up. And again, squeezing the glutes. Keeping the whole body stable. We're not rocking, shifting side to side for 2, 1, and good. Going into our dead bugs with the overhead press or the chest squeeze. Come up, big breath into the belly. And here we go.
That's 10.
Beautiful. And our wall sit for 30 seconds. I'll start in 3, 2, 1, and everyone into position.
Strong feet, strong legs here. Don't let these just be there. You gotta make them active. So really turn the knees out, push the feet into the floor.
Think about gripping the floor with your toes. I'm feeling this in my quads, my abductors, glutes. Everywhere's working hard. We're almost there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And again, just a quick 30 seconds, and then we're on to our third and final round of that tricep.
If you have a little bit of perspiration, give a little thumbs up in the comments. I got a little bit going. I'm a little sticky.
Okay, guys, we are ready to get back into it. So we're starting with those clamshells. We'll start in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Just 10 seconds on these ones, but it is a big squeeze in the glutes. And good. Flipping to the other side, and we'll go up in 3, 2, 1, and hold them for 10. Strong shoulders here. Don't let your head slump into your shoulder. And good. Next up, our dead bugs with the chest squeeze or overhead press. Knees up. Big breath into the belly. Press and go.
Think like you're pushing your heel into the wall in front of you. Really active legs.
Good. And then our last round of wall sits for 30 seconds. And we'll start in 2, 1, and here we go. Make sure you don't forget to breathe during this stuff. Probably would have been wise to tell you at the beginning of the tricep, not the end. Hopefully you haven't held your breath for the last 7 or so minutes.
Gotta breathe or none of this works.
We're almost there. We have 3, 2, 1, and that's good. Second tricep down. Excellent. We have at least one person perspiring, or at least one person who knows how to use thumb up emojis. Don't feel bad if you don't. I do not know how to make them in this chat.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Where the next one's happening on the ground. Okay, so I'm going to keep the camera where it is, and Teresa, you can take it away.
Okay, so we're going to segue into a little bit of core work focus before we bring up the intensity for the grand finale here. So we're going to bring you to the big 3, which Ryan and I use with a lot of our clients, brought to us by Stu McGill, the king of low back pain and back health in general, really. First of the big 3 movements is going to be the curl up. So I'm going to come down onto my back, and I'm going to bring my hands or my fingertips into my lumbar curve of my spine. And I'm going to bring one leg straight and one leg is bent. So let's go right leg straight here. Toes pull back towards your shins, active in the quad, active in the glutes. And I'm going to breathe in to hold my brace. And then I'm going to curl up and hold for 10 seconds. So notice I'm not crunching all the way up here. I'm just lifting until my shoulder blades leave the floor. My spine is as long as I can keep it, and I'm not straining my neck here. And then I'm lowering back down. So that's the first movement of your big 3. So that's number 1. We're going to do that on both sides. Number 2 is going to be bird dog, which again, many of you have done with us before. I'm going to be in a quadruped position. I'm going to extend My left leg back as my right arm goes up. And think like the Y that we did from the ATWYs. Your thumb points up and back with a fist. Your arm is strong. And then you're lifting the toes just a half inch off the floor. We're not going with leg lift as high as you can here because we want to keep the neutral spine position. So squeezing the leg and squeezing the butt. Okay, again, we're going to do that on both sides. That's movement number 2.
10 seconds ago.
10-second hold. Movement number 3 as part of the big 3 is going to be a side plank. So if you did your clams in a side plank position, you get a little extra core work here. But if you didn't, this is your opportunity to work your transverse and your oblique abdominals. So in this position, you are actually going to bring your feet right back behind you so that your knees stay in line with your hips. And you're going to lift, extending your hips forward and squeezing your butt. This is level number 1, okay? And if you want a little bit more, you can do level number 2, extending the top leg with the inside sole of your foot against the floor and lifting up similarly. Level 3 is both legs extended. Notice my front or top leg is in front, sole, inside sole of the foot to the floor. My back foot, outer edge of the foot is on the floor, and I'm squeezing the legs, hips come into extension, and I'm coming up. Okay, so you've got 3 options there. If that is all way too much for your shoulder, you can come down, use your arm as a pillow, and do a leg lift. Bob, I know your shoulders pain you. Jen, same. So if this feels better than the side plank, go ahead and take that option. Okay, so we're going to start with a curl up.
Great. And everything's 10 seconds.
Yeah, we're doing 10
We're
seconds
going again.
each side 3 times. Okay, we've got the timer going, so don't worry about having to find a timer. Coming
Okay.
down into your curl up position when you're ready. One leg straight, so right leg straight, left leg bent here. Fingertips underneath your lower back. Toes flex towards your shin. Quads active, glutes active. Breathe into the belly. And then lift the shoulders up and off the floor. Squeeze everything for 10, 9, 8, 7. Elbows up off the floor, people. It's a cheat if they're down and you're pressing up. And drop. We're going to switch sides and do the other side for 10 seconds. Breathe, brace, and lift for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Able to breathe the whole time. Don't hold the breath. And lower down. Okay, so we've completed 1 on each side. We're going to do
Bird dog.
bird dog. So you're extending the left toes back and behind. Right arm comes up. And we're going to keep active before we lift those toes off the floor. When the toes do come up, the leg is strong, the butt's strong, the arm's strong, and you're only lifting an inch off the floor. We got another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down and switch sides. So right legs extend back. Left arm comes up into a Y position. Lift the toes only once you're active everywhere. We got another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's 1 on each side for bird dog. Now we've got your side plank. Ryan is going to do our full option. I'm going to do a regressed option with 1 leg so that you guys can see. Ready? Knees stacked on top.
Oh, they can see.
And lift. Squeeze your butt. Hips drive into extension towards the camera, if you're facing the camera. And squeezing your top leg and your bottom leg real strong in the quads. Another 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Switch sides. Take your option here. Making sure that the elbow is right underneath the shoulder. Push up when you're ready. Active in the glutes. Long line between the crown of your head, your shoulders, your hips, and your ankles. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. We're going to circle right back to exercise number 1 and the curl up. So coming onto your back. Hands underneath. Right leg straight, left leg bent. Toes flex towards your shins. Big breath into the belly and brace. Lift the shoulder blades up and off the floor. Squeeze the butt to maintain the neutral spine position. Elbows up. 3, 2, 1. And release back and down. Switch sides. Toes flexed. Breath in. Brace and lift. 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep breathing. 2, 1. And lower down. Transition to bird dog. Quadruped position, left leg extends back, right arm goes up into a Y. Keep everything strong and active. And lift for 10, 9, 8. Fingertips in the left hand, spread apart and grip the floor. 3, 2, 1, and switch. Right leg extends back, left arm goes up. Point that thumb right up towards the ceiling. Push the heel back behind you. We got 8 more seconds. 9. Count the wrong way. 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Okay, side plank. I'm going to go ahead and take one of our alternative options here. And Rye's still going to do level 3. Lifting for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch sides. Whatever level you're taking here, making sure that you try to stay as active as possible from the sternum downwards. Lifting up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, feel this working, 2, 1, and down. Okay, going straight back into your curl up. One last round. Hands underneath the low back. Right leg extends long, left leg bent. Braced and lift. 10, 9, 8. Squeeze the butt. Squeeze the quads. Toes flex towards shins. Elbows up. And drop. Other side. Brace and lift. 10, 9, 8, 7. It should feel shaky. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Bird dog. Quadruped position. Left leg extends back. Right arm goes up into a Y position. Grip the floor with your left fingertips and lift the toes. 9, 8, 7. Punch the heel back to the wall behind you. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides and drop things. If you're Ryan.
Dropping a few things. Kicking a few things.
Right leg back, left arm up. Strong and lift. Right fingertips grip the floor. We got 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and side plank last time. Okay, lifting up, squeeze the hips into extension, elbows right underneath your shoulder. We got 5, breathe, 3, 2, 1, and switch sides. Knees in line with hips, braces on, elbow under shoulder, and lift. Squeeze the butt into hip extension. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Okay, that concludes our core section.
Sweet.
Ryan's going to take us through your cardio section. That is your big grand finale.
Jazz hands, everyone. Jazz hands. Okay, so what we're going to do for our finale, first off, is catch your breath, grab a sip of water. If you haven't, since we went straight through that core round, and I'll start explaining some things. It's again going to be 3 movements. It's a tri-set. But this time each exercise is designed to keep your heart rate up a little bit higher. And we're gonna just fly through all 3 exercises for 3 rounds without a break. So one more time, I'm recommending to you to grab your sip of water now, okay? So These ones are all in a standing position. So I'm gonna bring you up to here. So our first exercise is going to be a broad jump, which is just a forward jump. So there are two ways I'm gonna show you. So level one is we're just gonna hop forward and step back, hop forward and step back. And I noticed Joe made a comment about modifications for those that have old bones. So this one is good if you feel like your bones do not handle big, powerful plyometric jumps. So it's just a small hop and a step back. The level two version that is a bit more powerful is going to be a bigger jump forward and a bigger jump on the way back too. So we're hopping forward, hopping back. Now, for these ones, it's going to be 10 reps, and that's forward, back is 1 rep. Our second movement, level one, is going to be a march. So one leg stays planted at all times. Torso's up nice and tall. I'm making fists with my hands either right in front of me or down at my side. And what I'm trying to avoid here is totally tipping side to side, keeping a strong brace here, strong squeeze in the glutes and really digging my planted foot into the ground while I drive the other knee up. And for these ones, we want to make sure that you see a minimum of knee hitting about hip height. Your marches hopefully aren't just here, drive them up higher if you can. That's level one. Level two, again, a little bit more plyometric. We're letting the feet come right off the ground and it's high knees. Same rules apply though, keep a bit of a tight brace, tighten the hands, and get those knees right up. Our third movement is a fake ball slam. So many of you have done a ball slam before where we've had an actual ball. Today, it's an invisible ball. But this is still a great way to get the heart rate up because it's going to move fast and we're going to move with intent. So we want to believe that we really are slamming a ball powerfully into the ground. So we're going to take that invisible ball, we're going to bring it overhead, and then in one quick movement, we're going to throw those arms down and we're going to breathe out. And we're going to end in a bit of a hinged position, so hips should shoot back, but back still stays flat. Now, what you should find during this one is that you're creating a good amount of tension, especially to decelerate and stop that movement at the bottom. So accelerate and then decelerate pretty powerfully, and you should find that your core has to really, really engage, and everything actually has to tense up quite a bit at the bottom to stop you from just throwing your arms through the ground and flipping right over, okay? So we take a breath in, and then powerfully, and it's going to be 10 of those as well. So we've got 10 hops, 30 marches or high knees, and then 10 ball slams. And again, for this one, we are not going to rest when we finish the ball slams, unless you need to grab a quick sip of water and take a couple breaths. But do try to get right back into it as best as you can. We're going to do that for 3 full rounds. So since everyone's probably going to be moving at a slightly different pace for this one, that's okay. We're going to go through it. We want you guys to go through it. And then just shoot a little thumbs up or a done or some indication that you are there and you are finished when you've done this. And then we'll talk you through a little bit of a cool down afterwards, okay?
Let's get started.
Okay, so we are starting with our hops for 10. Here we go.
Use your arms for a bit of momentum. Hopefully you don't have neighbors that are wondering if that's coming down.
10, and we're going into 30 marches or high knees, and that's 30 total. Good. If you are finished those, then you can go into your big ball slams. Remember, big breath in at the top, and then breathe out hard as you decelerate. Good. So that's one round done. If you're able to, jump straight into your next round. Hopefully you're with us. We're not too far behind, or even better, hopefully you're ahead of us. So, Teresa and I are starting our second round. Going for 10 on the hops. And marches or high knees for 30. Good. And I'm going to get into my ball slams. And Teresa will join me in a second. Big breath in. Okay, 2 rounds done for me. Again, hopefully you guys are right around with us and ready to get into round 3. Ready?
Woo.
Last one for the win.
For the win.
Here we go.
Light on the toes.
I know no such thing.
Ryan is very heavy-footed. But we love him anyway.
Good. Okay, march to the high knees. And finishing off with those ball slams. Woo! All done. And if you're done, thumbs up.
Yay!
Jim, all done. Nice work to you and Brenda. 2 thumbs.
Crushed it!
Nice to meet you. And Aiden.
Aiden!
Finished. Very nice. Nice work, Aiden.
It's like romper room. Hello, Aiden. Hello, Lindsay. Hello, Jen.
I don't know what romper room is.
Yeah, some of you are too young for romper room, so pretend I didn't say that.
And everyone, as you're finishing up again, just shoot us a little note to let us know you're done.
Grab some water.
Grab some water. Lindsay, a thumbs up, some muscles, a little woo. Very nice.
Perspiring.
Yeah. Jen, thumbs up. Matt, much more enjoyable than the rowing machine. Joe, all done.
See, Bob, you're not the only one that doesn't like the rowing machine. Matt doesn't like it either.
That's pretty good. Okay. So, Joe, also a little, actually, I think Joe's just rocking a devil horn. She's just rocking out this way, which is great. Why not? Okay. So, hopefully everyone is just finishing up. Where's the ball? Yeah.
Spiky ball?
Yeah.
Inside the Good Life Fitness bag.
We're just going to talk to you for a second, and then we'll take you through some cool down.
So while that concludes our exercise portion today, we're going to do some cool down, and then while we cool down, we've got a couple of announcements that we'll talk you guys through.
So I am glad to hear Brenda is glowing. Jim, I'm sorry you are swearing. Hopefully cursing good things. I don't know if that's a thing, but hopefully it is. Okay, guys. So again, that's it for the workout portion. Thank you for joining us today. We're going to get into a cool down in just a second. I just wanted to give you guys a few heads up on some new things that Teresa and I are going to be doing, some new changes that we think are going to be really beneficial towards keeping you all accountable to working out. Jim said sweating, although he may have been swearing as well. So the first change that we're going to be making is we're actually going to be transitioning to a one-on-one training style via an online platform where we would be coming to you most likely via Zoom or perhaps another online face-to-face program where we can basically be in your living room with you. We'll get a good idea of what sort of equipment you have, and we'll be running you through individualized programs, much like we were when we were training together in the gym. We wish we were back there, but unfortunately, this is the world we live in. So we are going to be coming to you from your living rooms. So we're going to send out communication to each of you individually about how that's going to work with some details. If you don't get an email from us, please feel free to shoot me a message on Instagram or on Facebook or post on the Facebook page if you are interested in that one-on-one training, and we'll give you the details. We will make sure that we post it on the Facebook page too, just some of those details. That being said, since we're going to be doing one-on-one training with scheduled times, again, to make sure that it keeps you guys accountable, we are going to not be posting full workout videos anymore on the YouTube page, although we still will be putting up some videos that we want to be beneficial to you, although they'll be a bit more focused on individual movements and cues, along with some stuff about behavior and nutrition and all that stuff. And we are happily accepting requests for specific videos if there's certain things you want to know more about. The third thing that we are doing is we are also going to make this live workout a weekly thing. Today was Sunday. We are planning it for Saturdays at 9 a.m., but we wanted to make sure that we gave you guys enough of a heads up for this week. But now you have a full week notice. So next Saturday at 9 a.m., we'll be back here again doing the same thing. I think that is it for our announcements. So we're going to do a little bit of a cool down. Please feel free to follow along with us. If you have a stretching routine or a yoga routine you prefer, by all means, do that. But Teresa's going to do some foam rolling. I'm going to work with some lacrosse balls here, and we'll take you through a few key areas.
So if you do have a foam roller, we're going to do just a couple of movements with your foam roller, similar to what we would have posted on our cool down. If you don't have a foam roller, you can still be stretching the areas that we're about to work. I'll just show you a couple of quick alternatives. Okay?
And I'll show you how to do some of this stuff with a lacrosse ball or a spiky ball, or if you have a tennis ball or a golf ball at home, that works too. Golf balls hurt like hell, but you know, they work.
Yeah, so while I'll be foam rolling, Ryan will be using the ball, doing the same
Muscle groups.
or muscle group. So I'm going to start with the calves. So again, if you have a foam roller, place it on the floor. If you have a ball, place it on the floor. Any ball will do. He's using a lacrosse ball right now. And we're going to take, I like to take my opposite leg over top of the existing one to create a little bit more pressure. If that's too much, you can take your top leg off.
It is with the lacrosse ball.
Ryan's legs, specifically his calves, are very tight. So all I'm doing is rolling forward and back up the entire length of my lower leg. So from my Achilles or my ankle up to just before my knee joint. And you can mash out here, going side to side, or rolling up and down. Internally rotate at the ankle, externally rotate at the hip. And then if you don't have any equipment at all, you can follow Ryan and come into a calf stretch supported by the wall.
I'm just getting my leg extended. I'm on my toe. And then to stretch out that calf, I'm trying to force my heel down to the ground.
You're just gonna spend a good, 20, 30 seconds here in either position. And then we're gonna go to the other side. So again, foam roll, ball, or wall. Mash it out. Another nice one if you're against the wall is putting your toes up against the wall.
Put a toe up against the wall and then lean into it.
Okay, so once we're done with the calf muscle, we can go into the quadriceps. So I'm gonna come forward and I'm actually gonna show you sideways on. And I'm gonna bring my foam roller just above my knee joint on the front of my leg. So my quadricep, where my quadricep starts.
And if you're using the lacrosse ball, same idea, just above the knee.
And I'm just gonna roll forward and back on the foam roller, and you would do the same thing with the ball. You can be sitting up on the floor and just using your hand as pressure with the ball.
If you're gonna do a stretch, we can do a standing quad stretch. So I like to support myself with one hand on the wall so I don't lose balance. I'm gonna grab my foot. I'm gonna pull back, bring my foot towards my butt. Important here though, we don't wanna end up sort of in this position, and we don't want that knee way forward. Knees side by side, and I want you to actually squeeze your glutes to extend the hips just slightly, and that's gonna give your quad a stretch from both the hip and the knee at the same time by squeezing the glutes, but also pulling that knee into full flexion if you can.
And then the final position I'm gonna do with my foam roller is just a little bit from my back. So I'm gonna first sit onto my roller and then adjust my hips forward. I'm gonna take my hands and cross them like I'm giving myself a hug across the front of my body. And I'm gonna bring my weight into my back as I roll up and down on the roller. This can be pretty intense. So maybe you don't want to lift your hips off the floor and maybe just rocking side to side is enough. For you today, just choose your option. And if you don't have a foam roller, Rise got a stretch for you.
So you're gonna bring one hand up to the sky. With your other hand, you're gonna grab your wrist and you're gonna think about pulling that extended hand right even further towards the sky, almost separating your shoulder capsule. And then I'm gonna lean over so the long arm is going over my head as I lean to the side. And I'm gonna feel a big stretch through my lats, and I can reach forward a little bit to get that more into the mid back. And again, it's very important that we're distracting from the shoulder blade here, so trying to almost pull that arm right out of the shoulder capsule. Don't actually do it, but you get the idea. And then same
Please
thing.
don't dislocate your shoulder today.
Straight arm, grab the wrist, pull it up towards the sky, and lean to the side, or also lean forward slightly to feel that out in some different spots along the lats and the upper back.
Nice.
Okay.
If you have any other favorite stretches that you like to do after workout, please go ahead and do them. You're really not limited here, but we just wanted to give you a few sort of different movements that maybe haven't been included in your normal workout routine or that we may have missed in our cool down sequence. So that's it for us for today, guys. Please give us all your feedback. We're happy to hear it. We're happy to make adjustments, and look out for that communication about the new online training platform that we will be executing as of next week.
And let's all see you back here next Saturday at 9 a.m.
9 a.m. Pacific.
Pacific, yes. 9 a.m. in Kelowna. That might be different wherever you are. Google will tell you.
Yes. Talk to Google.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming out.
Thanks so much.
Thanks for doing that. Thanks a bunch, guys.